Hello students, I am your SSC teacher Mrs. Manju Sharma and today we are going to start our new chapter of class 8th in geography, chapter number 5, that is agriculture. Students, as you know that food is the second most essential human requirements after air and water. Food essentially comes from the plant world. The portion of food which comes from the animal world in the form of meat and poultry is again indirectly dependent on the plant world. Marine animals also survive on the plants underwater directly or indirectly. Human beings realized that food had to be produced in large quantities to feed the increasing population. So, in this chapter, we shall learn what agriculture is all about. We see that most food items that we eat undergo many processes before they reach us. They are grown or taken from plants, then packed, processed, transported, and sold before we eat them. Thus, we see that a large number of activities take place between agriculture and final consumption. And according to their work and according to their activities, we can classify it into three types. First, primary activities. These includes all activities which involves extraction, collection and production of natural resources. And example of primary activities are agriculture, fishing and mining. The secondary activities. These activities are those which involve processing resources obtained from the primary activity. And example of secondary activities are food processing, packaging industry, manufacturing industry like steel plants, oil refineries, etc. The third activity is tertiary activities. These activities are those which facilitate both primary and secondary activities and are also called service. And the example of tertiary activities is transportation and trading. In this chapter, we shall limit itself to the primary activity of agriculture. So, we will learn about the different process and different types of agriculture. Agriculture as a primary activity. If we look at it closely, it is basis for survival. Agriculture primarily is for food, although it also gives us other resources like cotton for our clothes, etc. Agriculture is dependent on soil, climate, and water resources. Plants do not grow on rocks, deserts, saline areas, and snowbound areas. And the land where crops are grown is known as arable land, which newer development of technology and techniques land areas which were earlier considered unfit for farming are being made arable even if in small parts or for short duration of time. Now we will know about farm system. Agriculture, also commonly known as farming, can be considered as a system. This needs two types of inputs, physical inputs and human inputs. And in physical inputs, there are sunshine, temperature, rainfall, soil, slope, drainage, length of growing season, seeds and manure. And human inputs are workers, money, machinery, fertilizers, pesticides, storage. And the output of this system is crop. Now we will learn about type of farming. Depending upon the soil and other geographical conditions coupled with availability of their inputs of explained above, various type of farming are practiced in the world. First is subsistence farming. As the name suggests, this farming is essentially to meet the needs of the farmer himself. Whatever little extra that is left over is sold by him. The next is primitive subsistence farming. In the thickly forested area where rainfall is heavy and ground vegetation regenerates quickly, people clear a plot of land by felling the trees and burning them. Ashes are then mixed with the soil and crops like potato, yam, maize, etc. are grown. Once the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and cultivators move to new areas. Second is intensive subsistence farming. The farmer cultivates a small patch of land with simple tools and human labor depending on the availability of right climate and soil as well as rainfall or other means of irrigation, and this type of farming is more commonly in thickly populated area of Asia. Primitive subsistence farming is also a small scale farming pattern of primitive nature. These are further classified in two forms, shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. And now we will know about the commercial farming. Commercial farming refers to a process of large scale production of crops for sale intended for widespread distribution to wholesalers or retail outlets, and in this type of farming, livestock are reared for sale in the market. Next, commercial grain farming. This type of farming is done for selling grains like wheat, rice, maize, etc. in the market. Farmer also call it a cash crops. Next is mixed farming. Mixed farming is a term used for agriculture where crops are grown as well as livestock are reared. As there is large time gaps between the sowing and harvesting of crops, farmers gainfully employ themselves and their time in rearing livestock. Next is plantation. Plantation crops are tea, coffee, banana, rubber, cashew, sugarcane. Large amount of labor and capital is required in this farming. Coffee and tea plantation in South India, sugarcane in Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, rubber in Malaysia and Indonesia. Now we will know about the major crops of India. The major crops of the world can be grouped as the follows. First, food crops, that is wheat, rice, maize, millets. Second is fiber crop. These are jute, cotton, etc. And the beverage crops, tea and coffee. Now we will learn about the development of agriculture. Agricultural development means the increase in agricultural produce by various efforts so as to meet the increasing demand of food by the increasing population. The quantum of agricultural produce can be increased by various methods, and the methods are: first, use of high yielding variety of seeds, use of manure and fertilizers, increasing the area to be cultivated by the improving irrigation, soil testing and improving it by chemical action so as to make it more fertile, imparting knowledge to the farmers about new technological development, better and calculated use of insecticides and pesticides, consolidation of land holdings, provision of proper storage and transportation system, and use of machinery at various stages of agriculture production. And agriculture has improved in different parts of the world. All countries have been making efforts to imbibe latest technology so as to increase farm production to meet the higher end food demand. Now we will see the comparison between a farm in India and a farm in the USA. So first we will see what is the scenario of farm in India. In India, an average farm in Indian village is of approximately 2 hectares. The peasant farmers with his limited resources and loan purchases seeds with the help of family members and the few cattle which he has, he plow the field and sow the seeds and get its production. And in the farm of USA, American farms are very large in size. Farms are highly mechanized. Most of the work on the farm is done with the help of machines like seed, drills, combined harvester, tractors, threshers, etc. Farmers use high yielding variety of seeds and the agriculture is basically commercial in nature. So students, now we are able to learn about agriculture, farm system, different types of agriculture and the development of agriculture in our country and the comparison between India and USA. So we will next meet in our next video. Goodbye.